saw your picture here, and now I'm home, so I thought I would send you a virtual tour of my studio, give you some ideas. Right now I'm streaming. I've got several cameras. I've got this one, and I've got the overhead camera, and then I've got a room camera when everybody shows up, and then I've got a screen above my curved screen where it has stuff like this, so when I'll play something, and it'll show up there. I've also got my synthesizer hooked up, so let me bring up my Integra 7 and drag it up to my top screen up here, and so I can let me put on my headphones because I can't hear what I'm playing. So here's the Graham strings. Anyway, that's that one. And then, oh, I play anything. Or I can do a saw wave like this, and then I could go. Anyway, from here, that's all controlled right here, and that's a FeelWorld Live Pro L1. It's real cheap. You can get it online real cheap, and it's like a quarter of the price of a Roland streaming switcher. And then I've got the FaderPort 8, which is the controller I use for Cubase. You don't need it, but it's nice to have. TC Electronics, that's my, when I want to show my, put my finger right there. The audio presentation is spot on accurate. This is the big knob, which you have. I've got a small screen that has all the current configuration and current temperatures and speeds of the computer. I got 16 cores and motherboard temperature and all that, GPU, how it's performing, clock speed, all that. Then I've got the machine, which I use with Cubase to tap out my drum stuff. I've got a Novation Peak synthesizer, which is really kind of cool. I need to use it more often. I got a Stream Deck that starts up all the software just by pushing one button. Let's see. Off on the left-hand side, I might have to use my iPhone for this. I've got my 5 favorite tones of the Roland Integra 7. And then I've got my loop station, which is the RC5, and that's connected to my keyboard. And then I also have a loop station over near my guitars, and that brings me over to the guitars. So let's see, that's all this stuff. I've got an Allen & Heath QU24, which is the all the audio in the room goes to that thing right there. And then below it, I've got my headphone amplifier, and it goes to the 5 or 6 headphones in the room for the various stations. And then below that is a Bluetooth connector, so that you could just connect with your phone and play Spotify out to the room. If you want to demo a song or something, it'll go straight out to the speakers board. Below that is the 11 rack, and below that's the Proteus 2000. And the Proteus is so cool because it's pure 80s. The thing was designed in the 80s, and it still sounds good. All that's controlled by the power above there. Then I've got another power station down below that, and pull that on. And that's all the it's all the reverb and gate and compression for my Gladys Knight microphone and my Pips microphones, which are back here, and those are all run through there and out to the mixing board. Below that, I've got an 8 input MIDI controller, and below that is the power station for those items that are just above that, including it's got some recirculation fans and some temperature probes and stuff that goes up to make sure that it all stays cool in the back. To the right of that is my stand-up pedal board. I put it up at arm's length so I don't have to stoop down because I'm 63 years old. And At the top is the Vox Tone Lab ST. I use that occasionally. Don't use it as much because now I'm using the Eventide H9, which goes through the loop pedal. And I've also got an out to the loop pedal that's a repeater down on the floor, because I do need it on the floor. But the controls are all at arm's, right at perfect height for that. To the left of the H9, which is awesome, by the way, you should try out the H9. It has everything that you need in. That's a whole pedal board right by itself, and it's controlled by your iPad too, which is way cool. Next to that is the Digitech bass modulator. It creates different kind of tones for your bass guitar. And to the left of that is my favorite thing on the board. It's the VE500, and you plug your guitar into it, and when you strum a chord and you sing into the microphone, it will give you harmony. It'll pitch correct. It'll add reverb. It does all kinds of stuff. It is way cool. Below that's a stage tuner, and that's the board there. Then in the back I've got the Modi X, which you're familiar with. I've got the Modi X actually MIDI'd into this keyboard, and then up on the screen I can change the tone back there, so I don't ever have to leave this station. I could go back and play the Modi X into Cubase by playing it right here in front of me. So that's that. On the left hand side I've got the drums. The drums are just standalone right now because I've been using this machine mostly on my desktop instead of drumming, because I kind of suck. And then to the left of that is the headphone racks that go into the observer couch, where everybody can come in here and listen as we're doing the recording stuff. So that's it. I've got a bunch of handmade stuff. I got the foot pedal that I'll have to show you with the YouTube, with my iPhone, but it controls YouTube by hitting stop or play with your foot, so you don't have to put down your guitar pick if you're learning a riff off YouTube. And then a couple other things here and there. Anyway, that's it. I hope it gives you some ideas. Love your studio, and maybe this will give you some ideas for doing yours, improving yours, and I'm definitely going to steal your teleprompter idea. Anyway, talk to you later.